right, folks, I think we are all set here. We got the live stream up and running, and we are ready for Massachusetts High School hockey from Gallo Arena in Bourne, Massachusetts. It's the Canal Cup, and it's available online here as yours truly, Jim McKay, broadcaster for the Cape Cod Islanders, Total Athletics Seahawks, as well as the Boston Bandits junior team, taking a stab at high school hockey today. And what a game, what a pair of games we are expecting here at Gallo this afternoon. The stands are packed, or they're getting packed. They're almost completely capacity, and we'll expect more folks to come in as the Canal Cup happens here between Bourne and Sandwich. First up, it's the girls, and it's going to be Sandwich taking on BMW OR. That stands for Bourne, Mashpee, Wareham, Old Rochester. And there are a lot of Rochester players on this BMW squad. We'll refer to them as the Beavers instead of the Lady Canal Men. But as far as their name is concerned, they have a huge roster this season. In fact, it's the biggest roster that they've ever had coming into a season, and half the roster is from Old Rochester. Bourne playing in Division I, top 19 teams make it 16 preliminary round, and they are looking for the postseason in the MIAA for the first time in this co-op's history. This co-op started in 2012, and in the last two seasons they have fallen just 1 point short of the MIAA tournament. And as far as Sandwich is concerned, Division II team, top 29 teams make the postseason, and the top 3 get a preliminary round bye. Sandwich girls last season went 8-4 and lost in the preliminary round. They won 12 games in the 2013-2014 season, lost in the division semifinals. They posted 15-win seasons in 2013 and 2012, and a 14-win season in 2010. So, team that has had some success. As these two teams are continuing to warm up, we are on the Sandwich side of the ice here at Gallo Arena, standing up in a bit of a perch here, and the players continue to warm up here. For those who are new to high school hockey, we'll have 3 15-minute first periods. They will resurface the ice after each period. 2-minute penalties is how this will go. Players to watch out for, and there's quite a few of them as far as these two teams go. For BMW OR, you have Caitlin Kelly, who's having a fantastic year, 5 goals and an assist in 3 seasons. She's a junior, and she's scored 17 goals and notched 10 assists. We have the starting lineups being announced, and so we'll pause here while those announcements are being made. Right now they are presenting the color guard, and so the national anthem will be coming up here in a moment. And now the national anthem is being played. All right, the national anthem has been played, and all the players raising their sticks up. Pretty cool to watch them. We're just under the flag here as the national anthem got played. Running off a couple of other players to watch out for. I mentioned Kate and Kelly for BMW Or. As far as the rest of the roster is concerned, other players to know. Carly Lacasse is a player to watch out for. In her senior year, she's got 10 goals and 3 assists and has notched 53 goals and 76 assists in 5 games. She is turning out to be one of the best all time in this co-op's history, if not the best at this point. And Leah Heidenfelter, a player to watch out for the Beamers. She's got 11 goals and 25 assists in 4 seasons. This year in her senior year, she's still looking for her first goal. Last year, she had 5. On the Sandwich side, watch out for goaltender Macy White, 19th in Division II as far as overall goalies are concerned. But let's go ahead and also tell you about these teams' records so far. The Sandwich women play in the Atlantic Coast League have a league record of 3-5-0 and 6 points. 4th place in the 5th team league. Overall, they're 4-10-1 with 9 points. The Bourne players, they play in a new league, and that is the SEMGHL. That's the Southeastern Massachusetts Girls Hockey League, and this co-op is in the conference 4-5-1 with 8 points, and overall they are 8-5-1 with 17 points. We are underway here at Gallo Arena. On the far side of the rink is where the action is taking place right now, and while it's going on that end of the rink, it may be occasionally difficult to see what's happening, but now as it's being brought the other way, here's a nice move and a backhander to score! And it's 1-0 Bourne early on. It's Carly Lacasse. Made a move, got through the defense, and one-on-one situation with goaltender Macy White. And no mistake about that one. There's one of the players we talked about, Carly Lacasse, and she notches her 11th goal of the season. And it's 1-0 early on here in the first period. So there's the icebreaker. First trip down the ice on this end is our first goal. Now we have our first stoppage here as we've played 57 seconds of this first period. Puck fought for in center ice, tapped along now, and Bourne wearing the purple shoulder yoke and white jerseys and the black pants threw it into the Sandwich end. Having our pocket pick was Anna Goodwin, and Bourne looks to set up here in the near circle, and we are to the southeast of the Sandwich net, and so we'll refer to the near circle as the one in front of us. Puck taken away by Sandwich, and they're advancing it the other way. A shot is taken, and a save is made, and that shot was taken by Lily Tobin, and a save is made by the Bourne goaltender, and we'll have to wait and see who that is because that is a long distance from here. Might have to get some binoculars. This face-off was one Sandwich wearing the powder blue jerseys with the dark blue pants, and now it's sent in to the Bourne end. And I believe the Bourne goaltender is Megan Nolan, number 30. Out in front, Nolan will just cover this one up, wearing that number 30. And they'll have a face-off in the Bourne end. And let's give you the information on the goaltenders as Nolan, for BMW in her sophomore year, with a goals against of 1.64 and a save percentage of .924. Very good numbers for her. Fought for still in the Bourne end and finally gotten, well, back out to neutral zone just temporarily and then brought right back in again by Sandwich. And now Bourne tries to backhand it, knocked down in the near circle by Riley Holtz, and finally pushed out the center, turning and throwing into the wall is Caitlin Ramsey. And Bourne's able to get it back, bringing it in, and then overskating the puck was Chelsea Peterson for Bourne. Loose puck, and it's chopped out of play. 50-50 battle there between Julia Elsier and Carrie Gold. Elsier for Bourne, Gold for Sandwich. Macy White, as far as the goaltending is concerned, for Sandwich in her second year for the team, and with a goals against average this season, the freshman of 3.86 and a save percentage of .844. So the goaltending numbers favor the Beamers, as the Sandwich will refer to them as the Lady Knights. Throw it up the near side. It's kept in by Bourne. Chasing this down in the corner is Rachel Brooks. Thrown out and knocked down at the blue line by Bourne. It'll be Anna Goodwin playing it out for Sandwich, and then number 11 for Bourne, Carly Drew, will take it all the way back behind her net, as we've now played 12 minutes and change of this first period. It's 1-0 Bourne on a goal by Carly Lacasse. Sandwich is changing. Bourne able to get it out to center, popped ahead by Drew, and now fought for on the near wall and center ice. Sent in, not deep to the Sandwich end. Molly Dwyer will play it back out to center. Looking for this one is Elsie Buckley, and briefly into the Sandwich end, but Sandwich able to spit it right back out. Race for the puck. It will be won by Caitlin Kelly. And now Bourne trying to get it out, nudged along the far circle. And now there's a scrum for the puck right to the right of the Bourne bench. Chased down by Drew, who will throw it up the boards. Sandwich overloading this side, and then it's turned over. Shot from the mid slot is taken by Carrie Gold, and that one will not go. Now puck in the far circle and skated out to center ice by Bourne. Advancing this one is Drew, putting on the brakes. She's afforded some space, and then the stick of the Sandwich captain Gold knocks the puck off, and there's pursuit of the puck now in the near corner, right in front of us. Getting to the puck is Gold, playing it along the boards. It stays in play, and it's knocked down at the near point by Kate Marston, and then it's funneled around the boards of the Sandwich end. Dwyer will throw it up the far sideboard and kept in just to the left of the Sandwich bench by Bourne. Now it's behind the Sandwich net. Bourne coming out and passing it out in front. This will be knocked down by Drew, who skates with it now behind the net. Drew pursues the puck to the far wall and then gets checked into the board. Shot, score! It's Carly Lacasse again, and you heard the post. That shot hit the left post. Left from our perspective, right post for Lacasse. And she's got her second goal of the game. It's 2-0. Carly Lacasse now with her 12th goal of the season. And two more, and that'll tie her for her best mark in the year. What a season Carly Lacasse is having. Lacasse lineage in Sandwich hockey. I believe it's her brother that previously played goaltender for Sandwich, if I did my research correctly. Certainly not the first Lacasse to play the Sandwich hockey. The puck goes out of play into the Bourne bench. There you hear the announcement. There's a penalty here as Lacasse got knocked down right in front of the net. She got shoved, and it'll be touched by Sandwich. And our first penalty of the game is a tripping call against Sandwich. See who this is on. Didn't see right away. It was the player who, interestingly enough, touched that puck. It's Anna Goodwin that is going to the box. So Sandwich is in trouble here with Bourne up 2-0 and looking for more on the power play. Face-off is won by Bourne in the offensive zone. Drew passes, and now with some space is Chelsea Peterson. Peterson unchecked. There's some commotion in front of the net, and another penalty is being called here as the puck was being skated with. There were players pushing and shoving in front, and the referee has spotted an infraction here. This is going against Bourne, another tripping call, and that is going against Julia Elsier. And that'll make it 4-on-4, and again, 2-minute penalties. So we'll have a minute 47 of 2-on-2, or beg your pardon, of 4-on-4, and then a very brief Sandwich power play. Puck on the far end of the ice, and have to get used to maybe calling different terminology based on where I am standing here in this arena in the Sandwich end. Chipped ahead by Carrie Gold, and then she'll chase, but it'll be gotten to first by Bourne. As we have still 4-on-4 going on there with another minute 15 left in that category. 8:30 left in the first period, 2-0 the score in favor of the Beamers. Sandwich setting up here at the right point. Carrie Gold with a shot that will thunk off the end boards. And the Beamers able to push it out to center. And now one player to beat for Lacasse, but she could not do it. Good back checking by Carrie Gold. Tap back into the neutral zone. Sandwich player hopping off the bench, and Lacasse almost, or check that's number 13, Amanda Orchuk, who almost made them pay with a shorthander, or at least a shorthanded chance. Brought the other way by Sandwich, and a shot, and a save is made. Shot taken by Victoria Viseglio, and the save was made by Megan Nolan, and she holds on. 40. And I have to apologize for any weird noises you might hear. Could have, would have, should have disabled them before the game, I suppose, but I am broadcasting this directly from my phone, and so if you hear any text message sounds, don't be alarmed. 15 more seconds of 4-on-4 before Sandwich goes on the briefest of power plays. Canal Cup action here from Gallo Arena on the Upper Cape. Kept in the zone, Sandwich tried to clear it, but it was shot from the near point by Marston, and it was held onto by Macy White. And we'll have a face-off in the Sandwich end with 7:23 remaining in the first period. Molly Dwyer going off to the bench for Sandwich. She was the fifth skater out there and still not allowed to have five skaters for another couple seconds. And now it is a brief Sandwich power play as puck fought for right below us. Looking for it was Madison Guinan, but it is cleared by Sandwich out to center. Pass to the near side for Rachel Brooks. Brooks will chase the puck into the corner, throw it out in front, and it will not go in front of the net. Or she tried to throw it out in front, didn't work out for her. Shot was taken, that was in front by Viseglio, and that one just missed. Now fought for in the far corner of the Beamer end, and overskating the puck, trying to carry it out herself was Amanda Wheeler. It'll be Drew behind the net, throwing it around to the near side. Keeping it at the near point was Carrie Gold, blocked by Bourne, and we'll refer to them as Bourne occasionally just for brevity's sake, but of course full name is BMW Orr, and we do want to stress the Old Rochester part because of the high content of Old Rochester players. Now Sandwich has it in their own end, gotten out, and Paige Hawkins throws it to the far side. Brooks carrying it, trying to get past Wheeler. Threw it across the goal mouth that comes to the near side. Loose puck is taken by the Beamers, and Lacasse throws it out into the middle, looking for Wheeler, but she was tied up, and Hawkins is able to get it back out to center. This will be chased down in a row and then by Meg Berg. Berg is pushed up into the boards by Ramsey, And the puck is left back into the corner as Bourne trying to knock it out of their own zone. Punched along the boards by Sandwich as they pinch in here. Now behind the net, looking for this one is Hawkins. And thrown back to the wall. Holt had it for a second for Sandwich. Now stick handling, throws it right through the blue paint. And BMW Orr going the other way. Now Cass overskates it a little bit. Chipped along the boards and now taken back by Sandwich. It'll be lugged ahead by Hawkins. Gaining the line and shooting one is Hawkins, and the save is made. I beg your pardon, that's number 11, Anna Goodwin. The save was made by Nolan. Face off in the Bourne end, won by the Beamers and gotten out to center. Now begun back in from the red line by Goodwin. And taken by Kate Marston for the Beamers and thrown out to center. BMW Orr is the home team in this one. Of course, both these teams call Gallo Arena home. And now it's back into the BMW Orr end. Hawkins throws it deep for Sandwich. Haven't had a lot of chances in this one since the most recent goal was scored by Carly Lacasse. Did have a couple minutes of 4-on-4. Nothing much happened in that. And now BMW Orr going the other way, trying to throw a pass into the middle was Marston. It was checked, but it went right back to her, and then she's able to drop it back, top of the right circle. Shot is taken by number 19, Caitlin Kelly, and that one just missed. Now thrown out in front once more, and that one will just go all the way across. That pass from Orchik, nobody home in a white and purple jersey. Sandwich can't clear, kept in at the near point. Shot taken, save is made by White off that offering from Marston. Now in the near corner, protecting the puck is Kelly. Now Kelly gets double teamed. And now trying to help out on the near side board is Buckley. Trying to get to it for Sandwich is Caroline Barrett. And that'll be sent back, and jamming hard up the boards is Carrie Gold. And you can hear that one probably pretty well, as I believe, for most of the folks watching, this is an HD audio. Shot is taken from the far side, and that one taken by Madison Guinan. Save is made by Macy White, and she holds on. And with 3:04 remaining in the first period, we'll have a face-off in the Sandwich end. Face-off is won by Sandwich, and they hustle out to center. Tapping it along further is Viseglio. And now a shot is taken by Viseglio near circle, and that one off the end boards. Check in the far corner. Loose puck comes out in front. And Bourne Mashpee Wareham Old Rochester gets it out to center. And Sandwich knocks it down at the red line. Rachel Brooks skates it a little bit and then dumps it deep. Sandwich trying to set up here, but Bourne has other ideas. Loose puck just kept in, I thought, at the blue line, but the officials say no. We have two officials acting as simultaneous referees and linesmen in this one. Let's see if I can get their names before this one's over. Thrown back into the Bourne end by Anna Goodwin. And it'll be taken by Madison Guinan. Guinan's got plenty of time as Sandwich is making the change here. Now loose puck knocked down. And advancing in the slot, taking a shot was Paige Hawkins. Best chance of the game for Sandwich. Great save made there by Megan Nolan. That chance in the slot, Nolan had to make a good shoulder save. The other way, Bourne goes, a shot is taken. Lacey makes the, or White rather, makes the save on a bid from a shot in the slot. That one was taken by Elsier. Loose puck in the near corner, tapped along by Riley Holt, and it has gotten out to center as Hawkins knocks it ahead. Now with some spaces, Ramsey, right circle shot, glove save is made by Nolan. No rebound there for Sandwich as Bourne is able to get it out to center, as now we just have a minute and 15 seconds left in the first period. 2-on-1 developing here. Player taken down for Bourne. No call as That was Gold knocking down Elsie. And that one was allowed as it's gotten out back and the other way. Here's Sandwich. Chance, but good back checking from Bourne as Hawkins was streaking towards the net and she was caught up to. She'll peel wide and now Hawkins gets to it in the corner. Hawkins, side of the net shot and a save made by Nolan, and she will just put a glove on that one. With 45 seconds remaining in the first period. Face off in the Bourne end. Puck out in front, swept to the wall, right in front of the BMW bench, and poked in from the red line. Bourne will give chase as it's behind the net of the Sandwich end and swept around the boards by Ramsey. Bourne able to keep it in, and now chopped behind the Sandwich net. This will be a loose puck and a good move there from Ramsey to evade pressure from Caitlin Kelly. And Sandwich gets it down to center, brought into the offensive zone with 8 seconds left. They've got to set something up quickly here. Out to the left point, 4 seconds left. Shot on goal. That one skitters just wide. As that shot was taken by Caitlin Ramsey. 2-0 the score after 1 period of play. And it's a score in favor of Bourne Mashpee Wareham Old Rochester over Sandwich in the girls' edition of the Canal Cup. We will take a break and we'll come back in a little bit. And I will make sure to include the link once again on my Twitter feed as we'll have the second period for you in just a little bit. 2-0 Bourne over Sandwich, or are we... hold on, let's just make sure here, because I thought we were going to have an ice resurfacing, but I'm now seeing that the players are not going anywhere, so might just be less frequent. So I'll stay right here. And while we have this second, let's talk about the history of this Canal Cup, at least as far as the girls are concerned. This is the 4th annual Girls Canal Cup. Again, Bourne Mashpee Wareham Old Rochester, a co-op that just became varsity in 2012 and only added Old Rochester in 2015. So this is a Bourne program that has grown a lot. Last year it was Sandwich beating BMW 3-1. Goals from Caitlin Ramsey. She scored twice. And Mary Curry and Carly Lacasse got the goal for Bourne. Sandwich won 3-0 in 2016. Goals from Georgie Snow, Victoria Viseglio, and Kate Toey. So you recognize some of these names, obviously, as far as Sandwich is concerned, with Ramsey and Viseglio. And then in 2015, it was the Beamers getting a 3-1 win. So BMW actually did win the first edition of this Canal Cup. Carly Lacasse got a goal. Natalia Gordon and Marissa Fitzgerald also scoring for Bourne. And Nicole Martin, who had a terrific career for Sandwich, got the lone goal for the Lady Knights. And so BMW holds a 2-1 series lead. Looking to make it 3-1 in this 4th edition. Players are still congregating in front of their benches. And so this is an intermission of sorts, but no ice resurfacing here. Got as much information as I could before the game, and maybe we will have an ice resurfacing before this is all said and done, but not after the first period. 15-minute periods, and we'll have the second period for you in just a few moments here. And once again, in that first period, it was Carly Lacasse scoring twice. can hear the Bourne players are warming up below us. Players are at center ice, and we're all set here. As Sandwich now skates from right to left, we are now in the Bourne end. And the Beamers got it out to center, but then Sandwich dumped it back in. You hear play it, as Nolan is urged to play it as she had the puck in her crease. She had melted down for a second. Thrown to the near corner, right below us. Players locked up. And thrown along the boards by Meg Berg. It'll be retrieved on the other side by Elsier. And then left back for Peterson and skated out to center. Peterson will dump it in. And Bourne now on the far end looking for this one, trying to set up. Stashed along the boards and taken by Sandwich's Carrie Gold. Played along to the near side. And jammed along and kept in. And they say Sandwich was able to get it out, and they'll call Bourne on the offside. So we played 58 seconds of this second period. Loose puck right at center ice. Looking for this one is Caitlin Kelly. Dumped into the Sandwich end. And shoveled along the boards by Ramsey. And Sandwich able to maintain possession here and able to knock it out to center. Jammed along, and here's a chance now thrown towards the net. And severe ankle, second try. And getting it on net the second time was Victoria Viseglio. The first pass out in front that she tried was knocked down by the stick of Caitlin Kelly, and it went right back to Viseglio, who was able to then throw it on net. It was a pretty severe angle, and it was covered up by Nolan. Off this face-off, Bourne jams it along the backboards, knocked down by Sandwich, thrown out in front, and it's just tipped wide by Rachel Brooks. And it'll be taken the other way by Elsie Buckley. Buckley chips it in from the neutral zone. And now the puck fought for in the far corner. Bourne tried to throw it out in front, but Sandwich has other ideas as they are able to skate it out the center. Nolan way out of her net as approaching and getting as far as the blue line was Lily Tobin, but now a whistle, and looks like we've gotten an offside call here as we've now played 1 minute and 59 seconds of this second period. Jim McCabe here with you. The site that I'm using here today is, I believe it's Mixlr, mixlr.com. Just found it a couple days ago, and thankfully there's technology that allows us to call this game to you live streaming. It's as simple as turning your phone on. And we're witnessing a good one here as Bourne looking to make it 3-0. Drive on net and a score for Carly Lacasse, a hat trick. Lacasse just took it from center ice and drove right towards the goal from the near side on the right wing and beat Macy White. Hard to see how she beat her from here. But what a great shot for Carly Lacasse, her third goal of the game and her 13th goal of the season. Carly Lacasse is having one heck of a day so far. And if you're Sandwich, you feel for Macy White, who's come into this game with decent Division II goalie numbers. We'll pause when the public address announces, because I'm not sure what the sound battle will be like, but I don't feel like waging that battle, so That's why you'll hear me pause in instances like that. Here's Lacasse again. Lacasse has got two Sandwich players bearing down on her. One of them takes her down a little bit. A nice open ice check there, and I believe that was Rachel Brooks that got that job done. Chase down into the far corner. Lacasse harassed once more, throws it towards the net. It goes wide. Comes to the near side. Sandwich trying to chop it out. Bourne overloads the near side, but then finally Sandwich gets it out. Looking for an odd man rush. Bourne's getting back, but it is now a break and a great back check on Ramsey by Peterson. Morgan Ramsey got checked by Chelsea Peterson, who had a great back checking effort there. Sent down the ice, and this will be icing on Bourne. BMW coaches Kristen Alexander since at least 2012. Didn't get a chance to talk to her, but at least since the inception of this co-op. And for Sandwich, it's Stephen Knoll. And Stephen Knoll was in his 12th season, and that's a long time. So a couple of coaches that have plenty of experience coaching their respective teams. 10:35 remaining in the second period. 15-minute periods. It's 3-0 Sandwich, or beg your pardon, Bourne. All the goals scored from Carly Lacasse. Lacasse is how we were told the name was pronounced. The public address said Lacasse, I believe. A little hard to tell, but we'll stick with Lacasse. That's what we were told before the game. Now we've got a whistle and a stoppage here. And face-off coming up here in the Sandwich end. Face-off is won by Bourne, thrown from the near point and knocked down by Sandwich. And Sandwich advancing here as pass to the near wing, thrown along the end boards by Lily Tobin. As one thing noticeable now that Nolan has come out to this end of the ice is she really will come out of her crease. She is not afraid to attempt to cut down an angle. And Sandwich has gotten a few odd man rushes that have developed here, but a lot of speed from BMW on the back check. Now the Beamers try and clear. It's knocked down at the point by Dwyer, and now it is advanced out to center. Lacasse has it, and it's a 2-on-1 that was developing. Lacasse, left wing shot, good pad save made by White. May have been her best save of the game. That was a good shot from Lacasse. Out in front, here's a pass to Lacasse again. Shot and another save from White. Rebound, backhander from Isabel Stone, and that one is knocked down by White, and she holds on. As she's starting to see a little more rubber here is White in this second period. Well, head coach Alexander for Bourne has been quoted as talking about Nolan and calling her a top-notch goaltender, and says she sees the puck well, and she is not afraid to challenge. And so that's not just an observation on my end. That's something that was noticeable about Nolan right off the bat, and we've seen it here a few times in this second period with Nolan on the near end of the ice. Welcome you once again, watching or listening. Used to saying watching, but just listening here online for this Canal Cup between Bourne and Sandwich. It's 3-0 Bourne. BMW in the attacking end, looking for this one, throwing a little bit of a haymaker check there was Amanda Wheeler, and now Wheeler and the player she threw that check on having a little bit of a conversation, and they're joined by other players, and that'll settle things. But I believe we have a penalty coming up here. Trying to see who that is for Sandwich. She's skating towards the ice, but having trouble reading the number. It's number 4, Rachel Brooks. Bourne player, though, Wheeler, is penalized, and actually so is a Sandwich player, but I don't think that was Brooks. I think it was someone else. Either way, offsetting penalties, and we remain 5-on-5. Well, let's do the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they put 3 minutes up on the penalty clock, and learning a little bit new about MIAA hockey and how things work. They've got 3 minutes up on the board, but they keep it 5-on-5, but I guess that's how long those players will be penalized in this situation. Sandwich brings it into the offensive zone, backhanded behind the Bourne net. And now a big scrum, and you can hear the referee saying, move it, trying to get that puck moved. Sandwich player gets knocked down. Passed along the wall, fanning on the shot, and then getting it poked off her stick was gold, and a good effort there from Isabel Stone. And Sandwich has to go all the way back into their own end. They'll try and clear, kept in at the left point by Bourne as the Beamers are changing. Poked around to the near side. Sandwich tries to clear it, knocked down by Lacasse. Lacasse looking for this one. It's swept out of danger with 7.5 to go in this second period. Players fall. Sandwich now takes it behind their net. Passed along the far wing and gotten out to center. And there's Nolan coming out of her net to challenge, but it was a good back-checking effort once more by Bourne as it was brought into the zone by Morgan Ramsey. Now sent along the near side boards, and the Beamers will get it back here as Meg Berg has the puck. Berg backhands it, bunks off a player. It's knocked down by Sandwich. It's loose in the slot, and then chopped at the right point. Good job there to keep it in from Gold. And Sandwich will hold on to the puck here. Good move trying to cut to the net was Paige Hawkins, but she had the puck checked off her stick. Now it's Hawkins again. Throws it out in front. It will go out to the point. It'll be knocked down and thrown into the slot by Goodwin. Loose puck in the slot once more. Sandwich is pressuring. Shot saved. Nolan looking for the rebound, and she's got it. So says the referee as Sandwich was crashing in front of the net, and Sandwich was that close to getting on the scoreboard. There was the best chance for Sandwich in this contest. And Nolan almost didn't have it, but she was able to find it in time. Face-off win for Sandwich. In the corner, it's Riley Holt spinning it out to the point for Anna Goodwin. Jams it back along for Holt. Holt throws it towards the cage, and calmly sticking it away was Nolan, the goaltender. Now loose puck found by the Beamers behind their net. Sent around to the near side boards and jammed at. And Sandwich with good forechecking pressure here. Looking for this one is Barrett. Loose puck, side of the net. Hawkins chopped at it, out in front. And there was another good chance for Sandwich, but Bourne able to get it out to center as Drew sent it along. And Lacasse lost it for a second. It's sent back in to the Bourne end as players stay out on the ice. Sent around the far side, knocked down on the backhand of Barrett. And Sandwich centers it. That was a centering feed from Holt. And it's loose out in front. Shot. Nolan makes the save on that shot from Hawkins in the right circle. .5:25 remaining in the second period. Still 3-0. All goals from Carly Lacasse. Sent out to center. And now Sandwich has the puck knocked down on turnover. Bourne with a shot, and that's from Elsie Buckley. And the save was made by White. So we'll face off in the Sandwich end. And Bourne's able to win the puck off the face-off, thrown from the right point by Buckley, and that one blocked in front. And now Sandwich will jam it along the boards and knock down on the far half wall. And now Sandwich is able to get it out to center. This will be collected by Kelly and turned over to Sandwich right at center ice, right at the Bourne Canalman logo at center ice. And Sandwich takes the other way. Pass from wing to wing was Intercepted by Bourne. Gotten out to center briefly, and Sandwich throws it back in. They've got one new player changing on the fly. Now this pass is out for Lacasse. Watch out for Carly Lacasse. Shot from the left wing, and that one right in the breadbasket of White. And she swallows that one up.
Katie, right?
Yeah. I'm
Your name is?
Yeah.
Scott Ashley. We were on the phone yesterday.
That's me.
All right. I'll get you in between periods. I just want to know where you're going to put it. So I'll put it on Twitter so all the kids can listen to it. You do?
Folks, 1 second. We're going through some logistical issues here. One moment. I cleared this. This is on now.
Okay. And is that on?
Yeah, and I tagged BMW Girls.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
BMW Girls at Canal Cup. Do you want me to write down my Twitter handle?
Yeah, because then I'll tweet it out too. Here. I gotta go a couple.
Oh, thank you.
So, and that's all right. Whether we'll be there, we can hear it after. All the best, man.
Thank you.
You probably will see me in today.
Okay.
So you have my contact information. Just go and love me. You can get me all right, my man.
Thank you. Talking with the Sandwich Athletics Director Chris Ashworth for a second there, and Bourne Athletics Director Chris Ashworth. He heard that. Sorry about that. And getting some logistic issues out of the way, but we are obviously on the air right now, and so he just wanted to confirm that, I believe. Passed out in front, swept to the near side as during that exchange, there was a power play that was awarded to Sandwich, and so this is their first power play of the game for Sandwich. Didn't see who the penalized Bourne player was, and we'll have to wait until she hops out, most likely, as it's cleared all the way down. By Bourne. And now putting on a glove on this one is Macy White, the goaltender. 2.5 to go in this second period. It is 3-0 the score. Nice. .26 seconds remaining on the Sandwich power play. Looking for this one in the slot for Bourne shorthanded was Caitlin Kelly. Sandwich is able to clear it out to center. And now Sandwich is able to get it into the offensive zone with just 7 seconds left. A little spin move here from Maura McIver. First time we're seeing her. Played along the end boards and chasing this down now on the cycle is Morgan Ramsey. Penalty has concluded. The penalized player was Kate Markston. A little bit of a hook from Sandwich. They're out in front and tipped just wide from McIver. And now back out to center. Sandwich knocks it down at the red line. They bring it back in onside with 100 seconds remaining in the second period. Played along the near side boards and taken out by Holt. Shot, save made, rebound, another save made by Nolan. Morgan Ramsey right on the doorstep, almost able to jam that home, and Nolan is starting to pile up the quality saves in this one. Off the defensive zone draw, Bourne's Lacasse sends it the other way. Lacasse drive from the near wing, and that one blocked by Sandwich's Lauren McPherson. Now Bourne throws it into the middle. That was a pass from Lacasse. And then spiked the other way and out of play. With 1 minute and 7 seconds remaining in this second period. A little bit of a delay here as we get this face-off in the neutral zone. And it's won by Bourne, and it'll be sent in by Avery Hathaway. Final minute of play in the second. Bourne riding comfortably to a 3-0 lead right now. Drive from the near point, and it skips in. It's 4-0. The shot was taken from Elsie Buckley, and it looked like it may have changed direction in front. Buckley gets to the bench first, and it's 4-0. We'll give the goal to Buckley for now. That shot from the right point definitely looked like it changed direction in front, but it may have been off of a Sandwich player. Now, right off the bat here, a whistle and a penalty has been called. A penalty called from the face-off, a tripping call. Right off the center ice face-off to Bourne. That's to Carly Lacasse. So Sandwich is going to get its second power play of the game. Goal is given to Elsie Buckley. And for Buckley, that is her 7th goal of the season. She continues her terrific... Beg your pardon, that's her 3rd goal of the season. She had 6 goals in her freshman year. But now here in her junior year, she's gotten 3 goals on the season and 11 goals in her high school career. Elsie Buckley, the first non-Carly Lacasse player to score in this contest. And it's 4-0 in favor of the Beamers. 15 seconds left in the period. Gotten out to center. Sandwich must be feeling a little bit shell-shocked here, as it's smacked into the offensive zone by Drew. 3 seconds left, and Sandwich will have some power play time carry over to the third period. And learning here now as the players skate to their locker rooms that we will indeed have an intermission. So here's what I'll be doing. I'll be signing off the stream here for the intermission while the ice is resurfaced, and come back here for the start of the third period. It's 4-0 Bourne over Sandwich in the Girls Canal Cup. Carly Lacasse with a hat trick, and Elsie Buckley with the most recent goal to make it 4-0, and Sandwich will have 1:18 of power play time carry over to the third period. Once again, I'll sign off for a little bit and come back with the third period of the Canal Cup here between Sandwich and Bourne Mashpee Wareham Old Rochester in just a little bit. All right, folks, welcome back. It's time for the third period to begin here at the Canal Cup. Massachusetts High School hockey between Sandwich and Bourne Mashpee Wareham Old Rochester. Jim McCabe here with you, live streaming on Mixlr.com, and of course the stream can be found. You can share it on my Twitter. That's Jim_McCabe. That's MCCABE_40. That is my Twitter handle. And it is a 4-0 lead for Bourne after 2 periods of play. Carly Lacasse with a hat trick, and then a goal scored for Elsie Buckley. Just one power play for Bourne. They're 0 for 1. Sandwich is on their second power play, and they're going to get called for icing here. as sending it all the way down is Caitlin Ramsey. And the good news as far as this game is concerned is that the audio will be available online. That'll be you can go back and listen to the first period right now if you want by following the path on the same streaming page that you're listening to this game right now, and the same will be true of the boys game that's coming up. And folks, as I'm kind of free to look, and I can see that Gallo Arena is currently packed to the gills. This should be a good one here today between the boys teams as well. As just 10 seconds left on this Sandwich power play, and here's a shot taken. It's a high riser from downtown from Caitlin Ramsey, and sticking out the glove and making the save was Megan Nolan, and that will get us down to 6 seconds. In the Sandwich power play, their second. Again, they're 0 for 1. Now, what do we have here? Actually, we just got another penalty called against BMW. So now it's a 5-on-3 briefly, and now it's right back to a 5-on-4. So a player that just came out of the box, Julie Alcier, now getting involved in the play. Let's see if I can get the call there on who that was. I don't know if I'll get that in time. I'm not seeing who it was, but this one's cleared all the way down now by Bourne. And out of her net to play is Macy White. Left back, and a player gets knocked down as Bourne's Lacasse looking for this one. It'll be taken back by Anna Goodwin, and Goodwin circles her own net and has plenty of space to get through center. Goodwin, the blue line, now throws it, and it goes off the end boards, punched out of the zone by BMW, and Sandwich regroups at center ice with a minute left on now the third power play of the game for the Lady Knights. And Sandwich is 0 for 2. Loose puck in the slot, chopped along, and Sandwich looking to set up here with 45 seconds left. Dragged into the middle and shot, and the save is made by Nolan. That shot taken by Riley Holt. She picked up that puck from the far wing and just cruised right into the slot and let one fly, and Nolan makes the save with 40 seconds remaining on this power play. Face-off win for Sandwich to the right point for Caitlin Ramsey. Wrists one, and that one, you heard it go off the end board. Sandwich attacking in the far zone. We are up on the staircase behind the Sandwich net. And that's the royal we, it's just me. Loose puck out to center, chased down by Bourne. And getting the puck stripped off of her stick, but still in pursuit, is Elsie Buckley. Played along the end boards, Buckley chops at it, trying to get it off the stick of Morgan Ramsey. Loose puck right on the blue line, kept in nicely there by the Beamers. And Sandwich will keep it in. A little shake move from Caitlin Ramsey to avoid pressure from Buckley, who's got a goal in this one. Now it's turned over as Sandwich tried to get it up the gut. And protecting the puck on the near wall is Amanda Orchuk. Thrown wide of the net and skated out by Ramsey. Ramsey up the left wing. And she's checked at the blue line off the stick of Chelsea Peterson. Now Chelsea got away with a hook. Oh, there's the call from the far referee. I might focus on the near referee who watched that. I was surprised they were going to let that go, but they don't. It's a penalty on Sandwich. Clear as hook day. Words turned around there. Clear as day hook from Caitlin Ramsey. And it'll be the second power play of the game for Bourne. They're up 4-0. This is not what Sandwich needs right now. Face-off win for the Beamers. Shot from the right point, and White will cover up with players crashing to the net. Well, you go back and you look at this Sandwich team, and again, this is only the 4th Canal Cup, so these players we'll talk about here in a second. Sandwich in the early 20, I guess you call them the 20 teens, had some really terrific players we're going to talk about here on the next stoppage. But right now, let's talk about this power play, as Bourne had a shot there from Kate Marston at the near point, and the save was made by White. Trying to clear from the corner was Anna Goodwin, and it does squeak out to center. As we've watched 40 seconds tick off the power play. Brought back in by Bourne. It's twisted out in front by Drew, and it skitters on through to the near side. Lacasse picks this one up. Lacasse behind the net. Sandwich can't knock the puck off her stick. Lacasse dishes off. Bourne player gets tripped up, and that one's allowed. Remains 5-on-4. Pass into the slot shot, and White can't cover that one up as it goes just wide after a shot taken from Elsier. And Elsier will get to it from behind the net, throw it out in front. Lacasse, beg your pardon, it was number 14, Leah Heidenfelter, taking that shot. First time we've called her name today, and neglectful about the fact that there are multiple captains. I foresaw a C and just assumed it was Lacasse, but it was Leah Heidenfelter taking that shot. White couldn't get to the rebound originally, but then eventually able to cover up. And now 40 seconds remaining on this power play. Sandwich will get the puck out. It'll go all the way down. As Bourne looking for this puck in their own end. Jammed along the near side boards, and Sandwich able to keep it in momentarily. Puck does squeak out to center, and it's lugged ahead here by Caitlin Kelly. Kelly gets all the way to the end boards. She'll chase it down after the puck was swept off her stick. Her number 19 counterpart, Lauren McPherson, gets to it first. Threw it up the wall, but Bourne kept it in, and they're able to funnel it around. Power play coming to an end. Shot blocked in the circle. Right out in front, twisted into the slot from Buckley. And now another shot is taken from in front by Chelsea Peterson. Save is made, thrown from behind the net by Kelly. And that one goes off the skate of White, who finds it in time and covers it up in the blue paint. Some of the Sandwich players that came across the of interest situation is Maggie Leo, who had 80 goals, 138 assists from 2011 to 2014. She wound up finishing her career as the school's all-time leading scorer, and just finished up a terrific season for Endicott College. Or I'm sorry, that's still ongoing actually for Maggie Leo, as she had 28 goals and 15 assists in 72 games for Endicott, and she's got a 6-4-10 line this season. This puck is taken by Sandwich in the offensive zone. Shot from left circle from Molly Dwyer, and that one blocked in front with 8.5 to go in this third period. Bourne cautiously trying to get this out, and they're able to pass it out to center. It's Drew turning the puck over. Bourne able to repossess, though, as it's Chelsea Peterson playing it through the neutral zone. Puck skitters to the far side, and then it'll be dumped in, and White will just casually tap it along and let Caitlin Ramsey take it and jam it hard off the boards and out to center. This will be a loose puck taken by Meg Berg, and Berg will backtrack behind her net and come out, pass it on the forehand up the near wing, but Sandwich has got this space of the ice covered. Bourne will try it again. Knocked down at the line by Victoria Viseglio. Viseglio puts on the brakes, swings it out to the left point for Caitlin Ramsey. A shot that goes off the end boards. And now it's gotten to the near point. Shot from Carrie Gold is blocked. And Bourne looking to go off to the races. It's Lacasse. Right in on goal. Backhander scores! Harley Lacasse has got 4. Breakaway from the neutral zone. Put on the speed skates and able to just inch past the defense for a one-on-one situation with Macy White. And Carly Lacasse, her 4th goal of the game. And Lacasse now with 57 goals in her career, and she's got now 14 goals on the season, which ties her for her season's best. Puck will squeak all the way down into the Bourne end, and it'll be collected by Carly Drew. Reversed on the near half wall, and Sandwich pinches in there, but Bourne able to get it out to center. Puck knocked off a Bourne stick. Sandwich loses it though off the turnover, and here comes number 11 for Bourne, Drew once more. Drew behind the Sandwich net, throws it out in front. That one past the stick of Lacasse. Be turned over to Paige Hawkins, and Sandwich looking for this one in center. It'll be Molly Dwyer getting to this puck. Pushes it ahead, and there's a big scrum in front of the Bourne Mashpee Wareham Old Rochester bench. And the Beamers will get it back in their own end with 6:12 to go in this third period. BMW trying to get it out, kept in off the skate of Dwyer at the left point. Now Sandwich advancing the other way. Good back-checking effort. A good dive there by Kate Marsden. Out to the right point, shot taken from Anna Goodwin, and that one goes wide. Under 6 to go in the third period. Out in front, shot taken by Sandwich. Save is made by Nolan. Megan Nolan pitching the shutout, and if I'm estimating correctly, I'll say she's probably made about 15 to 20 saves at this point. Soccered out to center by Bourne. And it's played into the Sandwich end now. Molly Dwyer able to jam it out to center. Now it's Chelsea Peterson going across the line. She got slashed on the skates and then cuts to the net and upended by Molly Dwyer. You can check. I don't see a lot of it in this particular game, but it is allowed right there. Dwyer with a good physical defensive play. Caitlin Kelly the other way for Bourne. Looking for it at her own line. Now pass to the near side and jamming it along is Serena Tura. This is icing on Bourne with 4:45 remaining in this third period. And a couple other players for Sandwich that are still in their college careers or just ending them. Claire Gauthier, 76 goals and 76 assists from 2011 to 2014. She scored 9 goals in 59 games from 2014 to 2016 with Penn State. Michaela Igo played for Connecticut College from 2013 to 16, 8 goals in 60 games. She had 38 goals for Sandwich in 2009-2010. Good back-checking effort here from Sandwich as it's Anna Goodwin snuffing out that chance from Madison Guinan. And I beg your pardon, that's 14 Caitlin Ramsey that got back. And now it's Mara McIver out to center. McIver skating out the left wing. McIver chips it out in front, catching it and shooting it was number 15. That was Lily Tobin, and save was made. That pass got through. There was a lot of traffic in front, but Tobin able to get that pass, and she did work off a shot. It wasn't a great shot, but a shot nonetheless that Nolan stopped the goaltender for Bourne. Dumped in the other way by Chelsea Peterson. Getting to it will be Caitlin Ramsey. Ramsey looks. She's checked. Getting the puck is Guinan, throwing it out in front. Lacasse was calling for it, and it was never gotten to her. As now it's Molly Dwyer circling back to behind her net to avoid the pressure from Guinan. We're down to 3 minutes and 33 seconds in the third period. It's 5-0 Bourne. Carrie Gold going the other way. Players diving to try and stop her. Thrown across. It'll go to the far half wall. Tapped along by Bourne. And the Beamers get it out to center. Falling as she tried to spit it back in was Gold. Brought in by Sandwich right on the line. And then finally getting it deep was Victoria Viseglio. And Sandwich is in the process of changing up here. 3 minutes left in the third period. Boys coming up next. Sydney Sawyer looking for this one for Sandwich at the blue line. Popped away from her and collected at center ice. Looking for this one is Caroline Barrett. And now we're starting to see some players that maybe we haven't seen for Sandwich for much of this game, with 2.5 to go, and the Lady Knights down 5. Thrown on the Bourne net from the left wing, and Nolan covers up, and a little bit more testiness after the play, as that dissipates fairly quickly. And I don't believe we'll have a penalty called for that. A couple other players to mention for the Sandwich. You have Catherine O'Brien, who had 31 assists in the 2009-2010 season. She is in her 4th year at St. Michael's College in Vermont. 8 goals and 10 assists in 91 games for Sandwich. And so Sandwich team that had a handful of really, really good players in the earlier portion of this decade that, like I said, now finishing up their college careers. And unfortunately for them, they didn't get to experience the Canal Cup. Now we have a whistle here as we're down to 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Brought into the Bourne zone and shot by Riley Holt, and not hitting the target there. These two teams have played once this season. It was a 3-2 win for Bourne back on December 9th, and that was the Jim Gormley Cup, and that was Bourne winning that one. Played along the near side and knocked down on the half wall by Paige Hawkins. Thrown out in front, and right now Sandwich just trying to end the shutout bid, but it'll be taken the other way, and Bourne with the shot. Good shoulder save there from Riley after the shot was taken by Julia Elsier. Now thrown towards the net, and it'll go off the equipment of White. She steers it away. Megan Nolan looking for the shutout here. She's a minute 14 seconds away. Carried ahead by Holt. She's got an edge. Dragged down, and a penalty coming up here. Maybe this will be a penalty shot. We'll see here. What's the call? I believe it's just going to be interference. You could argue for a penalty shot, though. Holt was taken down, and it was just her versus the goaltender. Oh, and are we going to call a penalty shot? All the players are coming to the bench. It is a penalty shot. I'm 99% sure. Oh, nope, the Bourne player is going out. That's why I said I wasn't 100%. Well, let's see. Hold on. What do we have? Okay, final answer is a penalty shot. It is going to be Riley Holt. I saw the Bourne player, Elsier, going to the bench, the penalty box, and so I thought they were going to just call it, but I guess they have a different, I've never seen that call for a penalty shot before. So here's Holt going in to end the shutout. Holt. Deny! Megan Nolan stands tall. And that might just be the exclamation point on this 5-0 dominant performance from Bourne Mashpee Wareham Old Rochester. Riley Holt was taken down en route to the net, and that's the right call as far as a penalty shot is concerned, as no one in front of her, and she did not get a shot off. She was hauled down on the near side. Shot taken off the face-off. Nolan makes that save, and last minute of play in the third period. Megan Nolan stops a penalty shot, perhaps to preserve the shutout. Puck out at center ice. Natalie Johnson gains the line. Well defended by BMW. And now Megan Nolan's name starts to get chanted from the Bourne fans here in attendance. Brought in by Lacasse offside. Well, it'll be hard to, maybe not hard to pick an MVP. It should be Lacasse, but Megan Nolan has had a great game in this one. She stopped I would estimate about a half dozen really quality scoring chances from Sandwich. including obviously that penalty shot right there. She's got 3 shutouts on the season, looking for her third. "17 seconds left, face off in the neutral zone, won by Sandwich. Brought ahead by Sarah Curry. And then Bourne able to send it the other way. 10 seconds left. Bourne's got the puck on their stick, bringing it into the offensive zone. Drag towards the net. Shot saved by White. Rebound off the post and then tapped in. Waved off. Tapped in by Peterson after the shot hit the post from Grace Dufremont. And that's it. It's a 5-0 win for Bourne over Sandwich. As Bourne has now won their second Canal Cup, 4th annual Girls Canal Cup, and this series is now tied at 2, thanks in no small part to Carly Lacasse with her 4-goal performance and the outstanding goaltending of Megan Nolan. What a game this was. Now let's go ahead and take a quick look at the updated records for these two teams, as BMW Orr will improve. This is a non-league conference game, obviously, so their overall record improves to 9-5-1 as they make their push for their first postseason berth in co-op history. Sandwich will fall to a record of 4-11-1 overall. Once again, the final score 5-0. And we'll stay on here as they announce the MVPs. Anna Goodwin grabs the MVP for Sandwich. They give one to each team. No surprise who's the MVP on the Bourne end. It's Carly Lacasse. So Anna Goodwin gets the honor for Sandwich, and Lacasse, with her 4 goals in this one, gets it for Bourne. All right, so we'll sign off here for a little bit. Signing off here for a little bit, and we'll come back here with the Boys Canal Cup, Sandwich versus Bourne, here from Gallo Ice Arena. We'll have that for you in just a little bit. Stay tuned, and thanks for listening to this one. Welcome everybody. It is time for Canal Cup hockey between Bourne and Sandwich boys teams taking on each other here at Gallo Arena. They are warming up now, and the broadcast play-by-play will come to you in just a few moments. I'm Jim McCabe, providing play-by-play for this contest, and it's been quite some time since this Canal Cup started, all the way back in 1983, this rivalry between Sandwich and Bourne. And Sandwich leads this Canal Cup by a record of 22-12-1. Last season, Sandwich went 7-1, or went up to a 7-1 win over Bourne. Goals last Canal Cup were scored by Sean Bowden, Jack Hemion, Kevin Carrera, Brian Tierney, Cole Tobin, Sean Connolly, and Peyton Goodwin. Bourne got a goal from Christian Mulkern. In 2016, it was a 2-0 win for Sandwich. Goals from Matt Brooks and Ron Anderson. Craig Hatfield got the shutout. In 2015, a thriller for Bourne. They won in overtime 4-3. Austin Braley got a hat trick. Mitchell Eldridge with the game winner and overtime. Sandwich got goals from Brady Doherty and Owen Caggiano. Before that, it was a long Sandwich win streak. 8 wins in a row for Sandwich, many of them blowouts. And so Bourne looking to once again right the ship here today, as it's been 2 straight wins for Sandwich. We're just a minute away from the puck drop. If you want to go ahead and listen to the Sandwich Bourne Mashpee Wareham Old Rochester girls game, you can do so. Just go to my Twitter handle. It's twitter.com/Jim_McCabe_40. And the links to the first, second, and third periods are all available on my Twitter handle. I am the play-by-play broadcaster for the Cape Cod Islanders, Total Athletics Seahawks, and the Boston Bandits junior hockey teams. And I want to thank Chris Ashworth, the Bourne Athletics Director, for inviting me to come out and broadcast these games here today, and hope to make this an annual occurrence. Sandwich will be wearing the road jerseys. They're the road team today, and they've got the dark blue jerseys with the white stripes. Bourne with the white home jerseys and the purple shoulders and the purple pants. We are just waiting for the players to line up at center ice. Both referees are talking to the players. They're all huddled around their respective nets. And we'll turn things over to a public address announcer who's going to have the starting lineups for you right here. Announcing the seniors on the Sandwich team right now.
And now for the seniors for the Bourne Canalmen.
Seniors now being announced for Bourne.
Would you all stand and please move your caps to the play right after the line?
Wow, what an atmosphere inside Gallo Arena. Stands are packed, and the players are now ready for action here. Let's give you the starting goaltenders. It's Joe Raspanti starting for the Sandwich Knights. And we'll get you his stats. Here in just a second. Sandwich will skate from left to right in this first period. Raspanti on the season, he's a sophomore. And actually, I remember we have to pull this up elsewhere. Let's get this here. And Raspanti on the year has a goals against average of 2.61 and a save percentage of .885. To see who the starting goaltender is for Bourne, same problem we had in the girls game, where the one end of the ice is a little tilted. We're in a corner right below where the American flag is on the Sandwich end. So we'll be able to tell you for now it's Raspanti starting for Sandwich, and the other way a save is made by the Bourne goaltender. We'll have to wait till he turns around to get you his information. Here's some of the players to watch out for Bourne. It's the Hess brothers, as the Canalmen are led by Joe Hess, captain of this team. He's a junior, 10 goals and 17 assists. He's got a total of 32 goals and 31 assists in his career. Christian Mulkern, player who scored in this Canal Cup previously. He is a junior and he's got 14 goals and 10 assists. Max Hess, another one. He also is the captain. He's a junior, 22 goals and 16 assists for him. As this is brought into the Sandwich end, quick shot is taken by Kyle Casano. Raspanti makes that save. Sent the other way and dumped in by Jack Hemion. And big check on the far side as we get our bearings a little bit here. It's so loud in here, and I don't have a headset on, just doing this straight from a cell phone, and so might be times where I have difficulty hearing myself think. As this puck is in the Bourne end, players go down. Where's the puck? I might focus on a couple of Bourne players that actually collided with each other. Now this one's dumped into the Sandwich end. Raspanti leaves it back, and it'll be Robert Anderson ahead, and it's quickly chipped out of the zone by Sean Bowden. And Sandwich looks to matriculate it up the ice, and getting checked into the near half wall is Caleb McDermott. Now, if we were calling the game from center ice, that would be the wall to our right, the near half wall. It's in front of us, but we'll still call it that, and you can still imagine the game as if we were calling this from the normal broadcast position. As this puck is in the Bourne end, rung around the end boards, it'll be taken by number 21, Karsten Becker, and then punched along and gotten out to center. Big collision as this starts to get more physical. It's dumped into the Bourne zone by Andrew Childers, and Sandwich is getting line changes here, but it's smacked out and all the way down by Bourne. This will be icing on the Canalmen. We'll get that Bourne goaltender's information here in the very near future. But it's either Kyle McGuire or Nick Newbold, top two goalies in the South Coast Conference this season. As Sandwich tries to clear this puck, kept in the far half wall by Greg O'Neill. Puck is in Bourne skates, and the Canalmen get it out to center, skating ahead and making moves. Now is number 18, Max Hess. Hess is checked into the far half wall by Greg O'Neill. Puck in the Sandwich zone. It's dug out of a scrum by Sean Connolly. Connolly getting hacked a little bit by Mike Benito, but he's still able to advance it. Connolly, the shot scooped up by the Bourne goaltender, who holds on. plan B was just to go down and ask a fan if they heard who the starting goaltender was. It is Nick Newbold starting for Bourne in this one. And we'll give you Newbold's information as play goes on here with 3 minutes and change having ticked off the clock. As Sandwich trying to keep it in the offensive zone, but unsuccessful. Now this will be taken out, and Chase Lapworth got checked. Puck hurled into the near circle. A high sticking call has been spotted here, and I believe this is a penalty coming up. Or it might not be. It might just be a high sticking call against Bourne and result in a defensive zone draw for them. Newbold, he is a senior, and this season he has goals against of 2.47 and a save percentage of .898. As a freshman, he came out. He only played a couple games, but he had a good start, at least to his career, and he's been a steady backstop with those numbers being pretty consistent that we just mentioned coming into this game today. As this puck comes out in front off the Sandwich face-off win and a shot and a score. Looks like that goal is going to be Billy Nurse's. I thought it was number 6, Robert Anderson, who shot it. May have been deflected in front, and Sandwich is up to a 1-0 lead. Early goal scored for Sandwich in this one. We'll wait for the official call. It is Rob Anderson's goal. And so for Rob Anderson, number 6, that is his first goal of the season, the defenseman. And Sandwich out to the 1-0 lead. Now puck in the Sandwich end, chipped along, and then stolen away, and skating ahead with this one is Andrew Childers. Dumped in, quick delayed offside on Sandwich. It doesn't matter. Most of the players were going off to the bench anyway. Big open ice collision. There's going to be a penalty here. Jacob Hurley and a Bourne player collided. Hurley's getting penalized. And a Bourne player will just turn around. I'll tell you who it is. Looks a little bit shaken up, but getting a "Are you okay?" body language from players, his teammates. And he's actually going to take this face-off, and Bourne does not have shoulder numbers, and so I'll have to wait and see until he turns around. Seems to be a common problem here. But first power play of the game goes to Bourne. And the player that was hit there was Max Hess. First power play of the game belongs to Bourne, and it's cleared out by Sandwich. Look out here as it's Rob Cardillo going to the net, shooting it, and a save is made by Nick Newbold. What a save there, and then he fell, lost an edge afterwards, but he made the save on Cardillo. That's all that really matters to him. Here's Chase Lapworth with the puck. Lapworth holding on behind the net. Lapworth heads up, throws it, goal line pass, and it deflects in! Ethan Moore threw it in, and it deflected off the skate of Kevin Carrera, and this game is tied at 1. Ethan Morse with a fortunate bounce. And this place is electric. Power play goal. Not too deep into the power play. And Bourne really didn't have to set up that long to get that goal. For Morse, that's his 3rd high school goal, his 2nd of this season. So with 9:55 left in the first period, back to an even game. Brought into the offensive zone by Andrew Childers. Player gets knocked down. Tripping calls coming up here. Another power play is coming up, almost back to back here, and we'll see who this is on. Looks like it's on Bourne, and going to the box will be Scott Silva. What a start to this one here at Gallo Arena. Bourne playing in the Division III South in the top 10 right now. Top 21 teams make it in the D3 South. Here's the call. Shot, score! Sandwich comes right back. And how do you like that? It's Kevin Carrera going from goat to hero that quickly. Kevin Carrera with the goal. It was Carrera who had that puck bounce off his skate for the Bourne goal. And then Carrera drive from the left point. There was a lot of traffic in front, but Carrera celebrated first, and we'll give him the goal. Both teams scoring right off their power plays. Whistle and a stoppage here, and we have another penalty coming up. Yes, we do. Power play coming up to Sandwich again. Their second, as penalized player here is Jack Perry. Non-stop action here. Power plays galore. We've already had 3 in this game, and both teams have scored on their power plays so far. This is the second for Sandwich. Didn't see what the call was, but Sandwich will go back on the power play. This faceoff will be to the right of Newbold. Off this faceoff, the puck will bounce out to center. And here's the move made in the neutral zone by Andrew Childers. Dropped it in the middle. Bourne is able to spit it right back out to center. Steve O'Brien plays it across and gets the pass right back from his defensive counterpart. Lost an edge, but no harm, no foul. He's got plenty of space and now maneuvers it and passes the puck up the right wing for number 16, Jack Hemion. Hemion lost it and had to go chase it, and it was taken by Bourne. They tried to throw it out. Bourne not able to do it the first time, and it was blocked. Now a big check in center ice, as it was Chase Lapworth, an open ice check into Kevin Carrera. And now this puck is cleared all the way down. Physical action here in the first period. 2-1 the score. Sandwich on a goal by Kevin Carrera, a power play goal. Here's Carrera with the puck, crosses the line, drops it. Flubbed on across by Sean Bowden, and now Bourne looking for this one. It's in referee skates, trying to clear, knocked down in the circle, and then tapped all the way down. And Raspanti, the goaltender, who hasn't been very busy since he gave up the goal that he gave up, lets that one go, and Bourne got it as far as the red line, but it's sent back in by Ethan Morse, who scored a goal in this one. Sandwich will regroup with 33 seconds left on the power play. Puck out to center. Now it's taken by Bourne in their own end and hurled, but not out. Shot on net, or close to it anyway. Bowden, he didn't miss by much after he knocked that clearing attempt down. Sandwich is able to send this one in deep once more, but Bourne will squeak it out to center. Just knocked down by Jake Campbell, but he couldn't keep it in at the line for Sandwich, and now the Knights are changing. Power play comes to an end. Sandwich is 1 for 2. Puck on the far half wall, played along and taken behind the Bourne net by Jack Hemion. Hemion chips it back into a vacant space. Coming in for this one is Jake Campbell. Campbell throws a big check on the forecheck on number 18 for Bourne, Max Hess. And now it's Carrera knocking it down near side. Shot, and Newbold makes the glove save on that shot from the point with 6:49 remaining in the first period. This has been a good one here at Gallo Arena, and everything seems more magnified with this crowd They are into it. They were into it from the opening face-off. Face-off in the Bourne end. Kept in by Sandwich off the win. Plopping it along is Steve O'Brien. Back behind the Bourne net. Goes into the corner. Near corner scrum here as it kind of migrates to the half wall a little bit. Players still looking for that puck. Thrown towards the Bourne net. Settled down, and Ethan Morse runs out of space. Sandwich on the aggressive forecheck. Now behind the Bourne net, battling for it. Loose puck and twisted out in front. It squeaks on through. Bourne trying to get out. Helter-skelter here. And finally it is carried out to center. Bourne doesn't have the numbers, and so it'll be dumped in. And then it'll be Morgan Hopwood hopping to the bench for a change. Sandwich punches it back into the Bourne end. Sean Connolly, beg your pardon, that's Ethan Morse playing it around to the near side. Penalty is coming up. Collision. This is going to go on Sandwich. It was Zach Brooks checking Dan Strode, I believe, or Owen Lapworth. I can't tell if that's a 9 or an 8. But it is Brooks being penalized. And Bourne goes on his second power play. It is 1-for-1. Face-off win for the Canalmen. Point-to-point shot, and a save is made by Raspanti after a deflection in front. And that one just about got me up here in the broadcast booth, but there's a protective netting, and so I'm okay. Don't worry. But that thud you heard, that was the window right next to me. 1:53 remaining in the power play. 5:50 left in this first period, so just 7 seconds ticked off the power play. And Sandwich is able to get it out to center. Race for the puck will be won by Joe Hess after Robert Anderson was bearing down on him. And now Bourne can start to break out from their own end. Pass from wing to wing. Big check as throwing his weight was Steve O'Brien. Shot from the right circle. Helmet save made by Raspanti off that shot from Max Hess, and then it does come out to center. Raspanti, that got him square in the face. And you wonder why goalies have to wear all that protective gear, and you wonder how goalies ever didn't wear masks on shots like that. And I got a good angle of that right here behind the Sandwich net. 1 minute left in the power play. Out in front, score! Pass from the wing, and right in front to get it home was Christian Mulkern. Tied at 2, another power play goal. Pass from the near wing. And for those of you trying to visualize at home, that's a pass from the near half wall of the Sandwich end. And Mulkern in front, able to tap that home. A little bit of hesitation move. And got Raspanti moving just enough. And then easy shot for Mulkern to put that one in. And the power play goals are being scored at an alarming rate. Let's see if we can hear the assist. Chase Lapworth with the assist. Chase Lapworth with a great pass to Mulkern to make that goal happen. For Mulkern, that's his 30th goal in his high school career. And this season, that's his 15th goal. Sandwich can't clear, flipped in from the right point. Raspanti will just paddle that one out. Tied at 2 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first period. Jim McCabe here with you. And what a game this has been, my goodness. Goal scored in this one for Sandwich from Robert Anderson and Kevin Carrera. Bourne has gotten goals from Ethan Morse and Christian Mulkern. Both Bourne goals have been on the power play. Sandwich had the one goal come on the power play. A high power play efficiency as these teams are a combined 3 for 4. Puck in the neutral zone, lugged ahead by Bourne up the far wing. Slowed down a little bit there was Joe Hess. Good defending from Kevin Carrera. Now behind the Bourne net, poked out, and quick 1-2-3 pass gets Bourne out to center. Player gets checked from behind. And we'll see if this gets called. I don't think it's going to be a checking from behind call. But the way penalties have been called here in the first period, I wouldn't be surprised either. But no, it's just going to be a sandwich zone draw here to the left of Raspanti. Face-off win, and a shot right off the face-off goes over the crossbar from Chase Lapworth, who had that great assist on the Mulkern goal. Puck out to center, taken ahead by Rob Cardillo. And then shot in the middle, save is made. That shot from Peyton Goodwin, and making the save was Newbold with the pads on that shot from the slot. Puck does squeak out to center. Raspanti out of his net a little bit. As the Bourne player making the move here is Mulkern. Good move, and then a give and go from behind the net. Mulkern passes it out to the point. The point man will just give it back down low along the boards. Looking for this one behind the net was Kyle Cassano, and then it's funneled along the boards further. 1-on-2 here is Mulkern, and he's able to offload it in time. Gets the pass back, shot in the circle, and Raspanti got just a piece of that off that great pass from Chase Lapworth, who seems to have a knack for finding Mulkern and goal scoring chances, and now an icing call against Sandwich. Thanks for being with us online. The website is mixlr.com, MIXLR. Jim McCabe here with you, broadcasting this one. And having a good time here at Gallo Arena. A loud place to be right now. Capacity is about 2,000, and that's probably where we're at. We're at capacity, I'm sure. As there's been talk about the attendance of this event dwindling over the years because of the one-sidedness of it. And of course, we mentioned Sandwich had won 8 straight Canal Cups, but I think attendance has picked back up as this has become much more competitive. Shot was blocked as trying to take it at the point for Sandwich was Jake Campbell. Great block from the Bourne player. I believe that was Jack Perry that blocked that shot. Sandwich goes right back the other way. Pass on the tape of Jack Hemian. Thrown around the boards. Sandwich tries to center. Does come out in front. Shot big. Save Newbold. Off the bid from Caleb McDermott. What a save there. McDermott had that puck right on his stick. And he could not score. And this game remains tied at 2 with 1:34 left in this first period. Nick Newbold making arguably his biggest save of the game. Face off to the left of Newbold. Sent to the wall and then saucered back deep by Billy Nurse. Goes around the boards, puck on its edge. Poked along, kept in at the line by Carrera. And now Bourne trying to skate out with it. Knocking it down was Rob Anderson. Anderson then gets thrown down to the ice. And a delayed penalty on Bourne. Delayed penalty here. Call with 1:09 left in the third. And this penalized player is Miles Fisher. Third power play of the game for beg your pardon. Oh, that's correct, for Sandwich. I thought I had the wrong column there. I did. But nonetheless, it's still their third power play as they're 1 for 2. Bourne, Mashpee Wareham, Old Rochester Co-op beats Sandwich 5-0 in the girls' game. Shot from the right side, and that one skitters on through. Shot from Rob Anderson. Power play will carry over to the second period if Sandwich cannot score here. Game is tied at 2. 4 goals scored in the opening frame so far. Puck behind the Bourne net comes out to the point, and there's Carrera. Lets one fly. Save is made. Loose in front. Sandwich trying to find it. Bourne finds it first, and they get it out to center. We'll go all the way down. Raspanti will let it go, and Carrera will pick it up. Sandwich making changes here. And Carrera stands up as Kyle Cassano tries to fly into him. Cassano got the worst of that. Big kid is Kevin Carrera. now walked out in front and poke checked at the last second. Sandwich trying to do something here with 10 seconds left in the period. Puck in the corner, center goes around the end boards actually, as Bourne tries to set up, but they got 2 seconds left. They won't do it. Buzzer sounds, and 1 period of play is in the books. Tied at 2. Again, goals scored in the first period from Robert Anderson and Kevin Carrera for Sandwich, Ethan Morse, and Christian Mulkern for Bourne. This game is tied at 2. 52 seconds of power play time will carry over to the second period for Sandwich. We'll take a break and come back with the second period for you here between Bourne and Sandwich. Boys Canal Cup action from Gallo Arena in Bourne, Massachusetts comes your way in just a little bit. All right, folks, we are back here at Gallo Arena, tied at 2 between Bourne and Sandwich. Jim McCabe here with you live on the broadcast and watching here as it's the start of the second period. Apologize, having some internet issues, and unfortunately, the stream from the first period did not save. So if you were lucky enough to hear that in the first period, that is good. Otherwise, unfortunately, that stream appears to be gone. But here we have a penalty that's been called to Sandwich, as a power play is coming up here for Bourne. Their third of the game. They've got 2 power play goals so far. As Sandwich now works on a short-handed chance. What do we have here? Shot was taken by a Sandwich player, and then the whistle. And he hit the side of Nick Newbold, the goaltender, who was skating away from the play. I beg your pardon. This is a penalty on Bourne, so actually, this is power play number 4 for Sandwich. They are 1 for 3. We have a face-off in the Bourne end. It's won by Sandwich. Shot is taken. Newbold makes a glove save on a bid from Robert Anderson. He's got 1 goal in this contest. So they'll try this again. It's a very slow starting power play here. As it's punched out of the zone. And Sandwich has it behind their own net. Starting up with it, puck is out to center, but it was chipped at the line by Christian Mulkern, who's got a goal. And this one still brought into the offensive zone and shot on net by Kevin Carrera, who's got a goal. And the save is made by Nick Newbold, who holds on. Minute left on the power play as Sandwich sets up here. Pass to the near side. Advancing and shooting is Jack Hemian. knocked down in front, getting it out of all that mess is Sean Connolly. Connolly passes over Rob Anderson. Shot save is made by Newbold. Rebound cleared out of there, but Sandwich is able to keep it in. Hammered from the right point once more. Bourne finally will get the puck back, but now we've got a penalty coming up here, and it's against Sandwich. We'll have some 4-on-4 time, and then Bourne will eventually get its third power play of the game. Going to the bench is Andrew Childers. .33 seconds of 4-on-4, and then an abbreviated power play for the Canalmen. Sent in by Scott Silva instead of Sandwich end. And it's played along the end boards. Retrieving this will be Billy Nurse. Now fought for behind the Sandwich net and scooted along into the circle, and Sandwich skates it out to center. Well defended on the zone entry was Rob Cardillo. As doing a good job there was number 13, Scott Silva for the Canalmen. Silva's got it now. He'll try and play it across, deflects off the Sandwich stick. It'll pop down to Ethan Morse, who plays it off the backboards on the angle for Silva, and he'll just sweep it out to center. And now it's a power play for Bourne. Morse will skate back into his own end, backhand pass across. It'll come over for Joe Hess. And Hess, he's watched carefully. He'll backhand it out to center. Played into a vacant part of the ice. Rob Cardillo lands a check into Max Hess. And then Sandwich sends it in deep on the penalty kill. And headman pass, a little too far for Chase Lapworth. And an icing call here. Lapworth couldn't quite handle that pass. Had a great assist on a Christian Mulkern goal in the first period to Chase Lapworth, as he backhanded one in from the near side after it was brought in, and Mulkern with a great shot. Ethan Morse also with a goal for Bourne. Sandwich has goals from Kevin Carrera and Robert Anderson. Both of the goals from Sandwich were point shots. And Anderson was also involved in the Ethan Morse goal for Bourne, as Morse threw it in front and it deflected off of the skate of Carrera. So Carrera caused one goal for Bourne, but he also scored one for Sandwich. Now this puck is knocked down and wristed on net by Anderson, looking for his second, and Nick Newbold makes the save and holds on. 22 seconds left in the Bourne power play, but they've got a defensive zone draw here. Off this face-off, Bourne is able to get it out to center. 15 seconds left on this power play. Give and go, passing between the wing and center. And that is between Hess and Mulkern, but they aren't able to connect onside as the whistle blows for the illegal zone entry. Now just 12 seconds left in the power play. Brought in and shot by Bourne's number 4, Lapworth, and that one wouldn't go. And Sandwich off the rebound, able to get it out to center. Loose puck, this will be taken by Lapworth, advancing up the left wing, trying to cut into the middle, but he's 1-on-2, swing and a miss as he's guarded well by Rob Cardillo. Angled to the point and shot by Hess is blocked. Now behind the net, Sandwich taking it along the boards and carrying it out to center. Captain for Sandwich, Sean Bowden, tried to throw it in front. It was blocked. And it'll be taken the other way by Joe Hess. Joe Hess up the left wing. Will wrist one. That one misses. It'll come to Karsten Becker, then gets crunched into the corner boards by Billy Nurse. Now out in front. There's a pass and a shot. Score! Bourne has taken a 3-2 lead. Joe Hess got a pass from the wing. And look at Nick Newbold over on our end. Newbold celebrating just as well as the skaters in front of him. And Hess has scored to make it a 3-2 lead for the Canalmen. Well, we said before the game, the Hess brothers, players to watch out for, and Joe has now gotten his 11th goal this season, his 33rd overall in his career as a Canalman. Sandwich looking to respond here. Shot from the point. Pinfall's right on net. Newbold makes the save. Watches as getting the rebound is Jack Hemian. Hemian was double teamed, and Sandwich is able, though, to keep it in momentarily. Thrown into the slot, and once again knocked down by Sandwich. Pass out in front, and it skitters on wide on a give and go attempt, and Sean Connolly could not finish in front with Andrew Childers. As things start to pick up here, it comes in waves. In a game like this, the momentum and the intensity surges that have been witnessed here in this one. Shot is taken by Bourne's Liam Center, and that one was a kick save made by the Sandwich goaltender, Joe Rispanti. Now Sandwich looking to get it out, and they are successful in doing so, but his pass is knocked down and brought in offside by Bourne's Kyle Casano. Thanks for watching. That's the second time I've said that. It's a habit. I broadcast most games on video, and so I apologize. But thanks for listening here from Gallo Arena. What we'll do for the second into the third periods, we had an internet problem in the first intermission, but I turned off the stream in the intermission to get some space. Here's a puck brought up by Chase Lapworth. Right in on net, and he ran out of room as Rispanti stood his ground. Lapworth, plenty of speed, but he couldn't beat Rispanti, and now the net comes off, and that stops things. Oh, they called it a goal! They called it a goal for Bourne, and apparently went in. Lapworth crashed the net. Are they calling this a goal? Plenty of reaction here. Hold everything. Oh, it's a penalty shot. That's what it is. It's a penalty shot for Chase Lapworth. That's the call. Not a goal. I apologize. Chase Lapworth was taken down en route to the net, according to the referees, and so he gets a penalty shot here. Lapworth versus Rispanti. Here we go. Lapworth going in wide up the left wing. Cutting in now, shoots a big save made, Joe Rispanti. Lapworth tried to go glove side, Rispanti stuck with them. Very patient was that Sandwich goaltender. And Lapworth just very casually glided towards the net. Really didn't move off the left wing that much, and he tried to tuck it in low, and Rispanti didn't give him anything. Off this face-off, it's out to center. What I was going to say was, since we had the problem with the stream after the first period, and unfortunately we lost the first on the archive as a result, we'll stay with you from the second into the third, so anybody who's watching and listening at this point, we will keep the stream on. 3-2 Bourne. They almost went up 4-2 if not for a penalty shot that was denied. Chase Lapworth not able to score. The go-ahead goal for Joe Hess. Shot from Sandwich, and Newbold makes that save and holds on. Helmet comes off after the play. Last season, Bourne seeded 17th in the MIAA Division III South. After going 10-9-1, they lost to Dartmouth in the preliminary round. Year before that, they finished 11-8-2, seeded 14th in the Division III South. They beat Dighton Rehoboth Seekonk in the preliminary round before losing to Hopkinton in the first round. and then a quarterfinal loss to Norwell in the 2014-15 season. This has been a Sandwich team that has notched 18-win seasons several times in the last couple of decades, and they've averaged 12 wins a year for the last decade. A very good Bourne squad. As this one's gotten out to the point, passing from Sandwich wouldn't work out, as a big check then thrown in the neutral zone on Benito by O'Brien. Steve O'Brien for Sandwich with a big check there. And Sandwich taking it back the other way. Shot is from the blue line, and Newbold makes the save on that offering from Jack Hemian. So 1 goal scored here in the second period. That's the difference maker right now. 5:02 left in the second. Face-off win for Bourne in their own end. Puck chased down behind the net. Passed out by Owen Lapworth, and that's the other Lapworth on this team. As the puck is now deep into the Sandwich end, looking for this in the corner. A couple of Canal men dug out of there. Shot just missing the right post from Chase Lapworth. Lapworth now looking for it right around the net. Centering it out, it's Ethan Morse that'll pass it into the circle. Lapworth across, one-timer from Casano, and that one just missed. 4.5 left in the second. And it is Jack LaRochelle getting it for Sandwich, and then lugging it ahead is another player who dumps it in. And Newbold out of his net to play, punched out by Dan Strode, and the Canal men are able to backhand it, but they don't get it out initially. Swing and a miss for Casano. They'll try this again, and now it is passed out to the neutral zone by Dan Strode. This will be airmailed into the Sandwich end. Raspanti dealt with a hopper, almost kind of a shortstop there, looking at a crazy bouncing baseball. Or Raspanti able to put a glove on it with 3:55 left in the second period. Of course, Bourne's biggest season was the 03-04 season. They beat Marlborough 3-2 in the state championship, going 17-3-2 in the regular season. And what a year that was. And of course, Ryan Kent scored the overtime winner for the Canal men, and now, after his tragic passing from cancer, the Canalman Classic is held every year. And of course, there's a memorial scholarship set up to advance Bourne players looking to go to college. 2 straight years that Bourne made the state championship, the Division III, and they won in their second go-around. Now a whistle on a stoppage here as a Bourne player has been knocked down. And what do we have here? I don't know if we'll have a penalty, but at least the injuries timeout. Remains 5-on-5. We've had 3 penalties in this game, or 3 power play goals in this game off 7 penalties. Puck out to center. Sandwich trying to play it in from the red line. Blocked, and here's a little bit of a break for Joe Hess. On net, shoot, scores! Joe Hess has got his second. And Bourne is up 4-2. Simple zone entry. Hess up the right wing. A flick shot that beat Raspanti. And Sandwich now down 2. Joe Hess with his 12th goal of the season and his 34th overall as a Canalman. Sandwich looking to respond. Shot off the side of the net by Caleb McDermott. Now played to the near side. And sending it in deep and then getting a big check was Kevin Carrera, trying to knock him down with Scott Silva, only partially successful. Max Hess brings it out for Bourne and dumps it in. The Canalmen are getting changes with 2.5 to go in the second period. Sandwich bringing it in. 1 versus 4 here is Billy Nurse. And then it'll be iced by Bourne with 2:15 remaining in the second period. Of course, when you talk about Sandwich, you have to talk about their state championship, and that came in the 2007-08 season. They went 16-2-3, and they got an overtime winner to get to the championship 1-0, and then they beat Wilmington 1-0 in the state championship. Pat Farrington with the shutout, and he just wrapped up a 3-year career at Stonehill College. Max with the... I gotta apologize for the occasional cell phone noises that you'll hear coming from my cell phone, as that's where this broadcast is coming from directly. You'll hear it better than anybody else in this building, I promise you. As Sandwich looking to set up here, pass up to the right point, taken there by Steve O'Brien. Now Bourne forces it out the center with 90 seconds remaining in the second period. Dump back in, Sandwich getting some changes here. And forced out to center. It'll be taken by Sandwich's Caleb McDermott. Pass back to the defense. Bourne intercepts, and they'll dump it in. And now the Canalmen will get fresh players out on the ice. Sent into the Bourne end. And the Canalmen looking for this one. It's Chase Lapworth finally getting rid of it before he gets checked by Robert Anderson. Lapworth stopped on a penalty shot, but the Canalmen have gotten 2 straight goals from Joe Hess. Latest assisted by Max Hess. Out to center, off the stick of Lapworth, taken by Sandwich. D-to-D pass between Campbell and Carrera. And now it's turned over, shot in the slot, glove save from Raspanti. That shot was taken by Christian Mulkern, bidding for his second. "37 seconds remaining in the second period. Face-off coming up in the Sandwich end. Six goals scored in this game, 4 of them from Bourne. Off this face-off in the Sandwich end, it squeaks out the center with half a minute to go in the middle frame. Pass up the left wing, and it's brought in by Joe Hess. Wrister, save made. Shoulder shuffle time, and then it's poked in anyway! Off the rebound, Bourne has scored again! It's Christian Mulkern with his second. After the initial shot, Raspanti made the save with the shoulder, and it popped up, and then Mulkern found it. Three unanswered goals scored from Bourne in this second period. We started out tied at 2 in the second. Mulkern with his second. And Joe Hess gets the assist on that goal. It was Hess that shot it. Mulkern found it in front. 7 seconds left in the period. Rasponte makes the save there on a shot that was just taken. And one final face-off perhaps in this period. Max Hess on the draw for Bourne, wins it back to the point. Flip shot from Jack Perry, and that one goes well wide. Two periods of play in the books. It's 5-2 Bourne. Look for a strong push from Sandwich in this third period coming up. As goals scored by Joe Hess, 2 of them. Christian Mulkern 1, and Jay Slapworth had a penalty shot stopped in the second. That was the story of the second period. We'll take a break. We'll leave the stream on and make sure that we have enough juice. Got to charge the computer. Don't have a plug up here, folks. We'll take a break and come back in a little bit. everybody. Canal Cup 2018, Sandwich and Bourne players are back out on the ice. It's a 5-2 lead for Bourne over Sandwich after 2 periods of play. Jim McCabe here with you on the play-by-play as the third period is about to begin. 2 goal for Bourne and also Joe Hess. And this one, Ethan Morris, also a goal for Bourne. It was getting goals in the first period for Sandwich, which seems like a long time ago. Robert Anderson, and also scoring was Kevin Carrera. But it was tied at 2 going into the second period, and it was a 3-goal performance for Bourne. They almost got another one. Chase Slapworth was denied on the penalty shot by Joe Raspanti, the Sandwich goaltender. One of the biggest games for Bourne as far as this Canal. One of the biggest games for Bourne as far as this Canal Cup goes in quite some time. Just as far as goals are concerned, let's just look at this. 2015, they scored 4 in that 4-3 overtime win. They were able to pot 4 in the 2006 win against Sandwich. And according to the information we have, the last time Bourne scored this many goals in the Canal Cup, you have to go all the way back to 1995 when they beat Sandwich 7-1. And since then, they haven't put this many goals up in the Canal Cup. So this is a bit of a historic game for Bourne, certainly for these players out on the ice. And for folks that have been watching Canal Cup, they haven't seen anything like this at Gallo Arena in over 2 decades. 5-2 lead for Bourne over Sandwich. Face-off in the Bourne end. We are on the change side of the rink where the Sandwich goaltender is currently, and Sandwich has changed its goalie. It's now Carson Sheminar in net. Carson Sheminar is in net for Sandwich here to start the third period. Now a whistle and a stoppage just 25 seconds into this third period. 15-minute periods, and I believe we've got a penalty call here. I knew if I didn't write down the referee's name immediately, I would forget them, so that's what happened. Their last names, though, I believe, are Church and Berry. The penalty is being called against Joe Hess. So this is a power play for Sandwich. And this is their 5th power play of the game. They're 1 for 4. Looking to cut back into this lead. Give and go between the half wall and the point. As feeding it is Kevin Carrera, and then the return pass to him is out to the neutral zone as Jack La Rochelle, I beg your pardon, that's Andrew Childers, couldn't connect with him cleanly. Now pursuing this puck and skating with it is Rob Anderson. Chip and chase. Anderson sweeps it towards the net on the backhand, and it's covered up by Nick Newbold, the goaltender for Sandwich. Face off in the Bourne end with 29 seconds having ticked off the power play here for Sandwich. And if you're watching from if you're listening though, but pretending you're watching, it's from the center ice perspective. Sandwich skating from left to right. And now this is out to the left point for a shot knocked down in front after the shot was taken by Kevin Carrera, and Sandwich continues to set up here. Pass along the end boards. It skitters onto the far corner and then cycle back down low, and it's a little hard for us to see the Sandwich numbers that far away. This passes to Carrera at the point. He'll give it back down low and out to the near side of one-time attempt. Rob Anderson, he fanned on it, and Bourne is able to get it out to center. Carrying it up the other way short-handed, a shot neutralized from Chase Lapworth, and it's popped along the glass by Carrera and out to center, flung right back in by Bourne, as Sheminar will just glove it down. And Sandwich now with new skaters out on the ice. Carrera is still out there. He's the only one. Carrera crosses the line, drops it off for Sean Bowden. Bowden couldn't handle that pass. Bourne chips it back out to center. Now it'll be taken and thrown into the neutral zone by Steve O'Brien. So O'Brien's got it again after the first attempt was blocked. And they'll throw it across, a little too hot for Peyton Goodwin to handle. And this will be melted down by Newbold with 9 seconds left on the power play. .12:44 remaining in the third period. Face-off win for Sandwich. And tapped along the boards by Billy Nurse. Now puck in the left circle, dragging it towards the net is Connolly. Net comes off, the puck stays out, and the power play comes to an end. None of those things were things Sandwich wants to hear, but those are all facts, as they'll have a face-off in the neutral zone now. No goals yet here in the third period. 3 goals scored for Bourne in the second. Brought in by Sandwich. Shot taken is stopped by Newbold. That shot from Jack Hemian. Now fought for right to the right of the Bourne bench. And about 6 remaining in the third period. 6. What a scene here at Gallo Arena. It's been a little quiet here in the third period. That's because there's been no goals scored. But let me tell you, the outplay is about as electric as this goal scored could possibly be with this capacity crowd for that is 7 goals that were scored in the first 2 periods. As is usually the case, and Bourne's the home team here tonight. But with the both teams calling this drink home, Bourne out 50-50 as far as the partisanship. Now the puck is further out in front. Bourne's got a chance. His shot goes over the crawl bar. The puck now. As play continues behind the net, the player that shot that was Max Hess. And now Hess has been working behind the. He's dumped the. He's got 2 players on it. He got help. So pass in front. Now Hess scored. Max Hess made it 6-2 Bourne. After that puck down the back of the net, I have no idea. And Shepnar, the Sandwich goaltender, has got to be asking the same question. There was a pass that got in front, and it was saved right to Hess, who was below the goal line. Threw it out in front. And it bombed off Shippenar. A crazy goal for Max Hess, the leading goal scorer and in the South Coast Conference this season, leading point getter anyway. And point for Max Hess, who joins Joe Hess on the goal scoring parade. And Joe will tell you whenever the page updates how many goals that is for him this season. 6-2 Bourne. They increase the lead to 4. Just over 10 minutes left here in the third period. Shipped out to the neutral zone. Sandwich past the pedal. Back Hurley turns it over. Good pass intercepted by Bourne as it's taken the other way. Out in front. Jack trying to sweep that in on the back and sent was center left. Hapworth has passed it out in front from the wing. Sweep on the Bourne is not done here. Goes to the corner. Connolly tries to spin it out for Sandwich. Now Connolly does get to this eventually, and he'll get through center. Connolly's got some space. Look out here. Shot from the right wing. Only that one to just miss with the net. Get center. He's given a lot of space there. Right, worked off a pretty decent shot. Will be ice. That's an easy call here. It'll go back down into the Bourne's end. It'll to 9:31 left in the third period for Max Hess. That's his 29th goal of his high school career. What a season he's having this. 23 goals. For Max West, the captain. He's having here of this foreign squad. For that of foreign squad. So it has been the Hess show, 3 goals between the brothers. So it's been Greg O'Neill smacks off the board towards Sandwich, taken by Bourne, pass through the neutral zone. This puck will find its way back to O'Neill, who twists for backhand out to center. Bourne from the red line, pokes puck back in, not very deep as to taken by Steve O'Brien. Now O'Brien afforded a little bit of sprung and sent out in from the left wing, heads off where they changed. This was a physical game in the first period, a little bit in the second, and not so much here in the third. Not too many big checks here in the third. As I say that, oh man, there's some big near collision between Ardilla and Liam center for Bourne. Thermal Scott sent into the ice, but he avoided most of that check. Passed up the near wing carry by Charles Bowden down to the pass, but avoided Caleb McDermott thrown on net, and the save is made by Nick Newbold as he holds on. 8:26 left in the third. That hole with 8 left third. Off this face-off, Bourne is able to get it out to center. One move made, and look out here. As it's advanced and shot, and Seminar holds the glove save. Denying that opportunity for Jeff Hess. Hess made a move in the neutral zone and had plenty of space to work off a great shot. Seminar made a good glove save. Now living out once more, and then it's brought in, and Seminar makes 2 save off, pops up and hits safe netting. Mike Neo got that shot. And Geminar is making the saves now to Vinny, but try to keep his team in it. 6-2 Sandwich trails now to it's 8 minutes left in the third period. Face off one for Bourne, and right to the net was Benito, but he was in poke check in the last second by Geminar. Puck back in this Bourne at the Sandwich trying to set up here. Bourne and ups, and it's packed out to the neutral zone, but look at the Bourne smacked off the wall by Collins at Norca Barachis. And Sandwich going the other way, looking ahead with his Child and is finally eliminated from the puck. Check that in the corner. Was Chase Lapper. Chase Lapper that checked him and a shot from in front. And Nuba scoops that one up, but hold on for the whistle. That bit slow go here in the period from the 7-18 remaining. Off his face off, it's carried along by Sandwich. Zach Brooks looking for this one. Throws across, shot from Rob Cardello, and a new ball. It scoops that one up with 7:07 now left in the third period. And out 7 Sandwich needs 4 to tie. Bourne looking to end a 2-year losing streak in the Canal Cup. 4 look here the center and knock it down with a high stick, and so that stops things here once more. As I feel like the last minute of out hockey has taken about 5 times as long to play. Like this has good pain to this game up until just now. Face off at a super game Sandwich, and now another whistle, and a penalty is being called here. A hooking call. Hooking call to Sandwich's number 17, Steve O'Brien. And Bourne can put the final nail in the coffin perhaps right here. Their 4th power play of the game, they're 1 for 3. Nail off with 4th game, 1 for 3. 6:57 remaining in the third period. This is the ball game for Sandwich. If they can't kill this one off, it's probably lights out. Which can't cleared all the way down. Bourne will start the breakout. zagging into the offensive zone. And putting on the points down the corner is Joe Hess. Out to the point. There's a couple of Bourne players and slapping but getting the pass. Joe front score! Christian Mulkern with the hat trick. Terrific pass in front from Mac Tess. Terrific pass from Tess. And a couple hits out on the ice. Mulkern with the power play goal. Third power play goal of the game for Bourne, and it's 7-2. Third play for Bourne, 7-2. Well, Christian Mulkern, one of the players we talked about coming into this game. A player to watch out for. Mulkern now on the season has 17 goals. After passing his goal total for last season in this game alone. And that might do it. Knocked it down by Newbold as Sandwich was attacking. Bourne scored 8 goals in an 8-1 win versus Sandwich in 1990. They scored 7 in 1992. I'm sorry, that was Sandwich. They scored 7 in that 1995 game. So, one more goal from Will to tie Bourne for the most goals they've ever scored in the Canal Cup. So, there are more tied for the second most goals they've ever scored. Now, under 6 to go in the third. It's a 7-2 lead for the Canal and in the Canal Cup. Brought into the offensive zone by Bourne. Thrown out in front for the by Liam Center, and that was the centering feed, but it went on through. But Caleb McDermott going the other way. Liam Center was in the neutral zone between he and Scott Silva. And now Bourne watch them to not do much more check here as they dumped it in. They had the 4 players speeding through the neutral zone, and Bourne Sandwich hearing it back out. So now it's defense time for Bourne. We've got a Winkle here. I didn't see what happened there, but it's now Bourne has down in the Bourne end. The Sandwich people watching here at Gallup Arena happy with the score right now, and you can so much people watching here. The excitement from Bourne ends as if they went back in by the Canal. Coming out and shot score. 2-0. Finished by Mike Spiniero on pass Bowen Lapworth. To the 2 Bourne, and this is the most goals they've ever scored in the Canal Cup. 8-2, unbelievable. After this game, there's high Cup 2 going into the second. Up straight goals for the Bourne Canal going. And Mike Benito for the Spirit New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. They've got a touchdown and then a 2-point conversion. Times out has been called here, I believe. Sandwich. First, call the timeout. Let's by the way, typically the coaches in this one are Tom Touch for Bourne. He's in a 6th year. Jordan Moore, coach is the coach of Sandwich. He is in 10th year this year. 8-2 the score. Bourne leads with 5:04 left in the third period. Bourne with 5 third period. We'll stay with you for the announcement of the MVPs, and then a reminder that as long as we get to, I guess, we don't get caught in an internet deep zone, which is what happened, I guess, after the first period. We should be able to upload the second and third periods for you online, and you can listen back to them. After the second one is uploaded. Or listen to them. secondary is picked up by Go. Has Bourne once more as they bring it in as Benito scoring 6. That's 11th goal of his career. That's 8th goal of this season. And net comes off when Sandwich Jen, and that stops this. 4 minutes, 27 seconds left this season. If Bourne can score one more, this will be the most goals they've ever scored in the Canal Cup. And now we can say for certain this one is going to go in favor of Canal. And we can continue another goal. Right in favor of the division. In the Sandwich end, played along to the near side. And a big collision between Hunter Durant and Ethan Morse. Durant for Sandwich. And now it's Billy Hunter landing it out into the neutral zone. Selecting this one is Peyton Goodwin. And the left wing fires one and the old man to the save zone. And holds on. Peyton Goodwin. Bourne is going to improve. And so overall this season, let's pull up their record here. All season, here. For you in a second. Don't worry. They'll improve to 12-2-2, 12 wins, 2 losses, and 2 ties. 2 losses and 5. 3.5 left in this third period. And it's brought out by Bull up their right wing. Big collision involving Kyle Cassandro, who was the sandwich player was a joke. It was number 17, Steve O'Brien. Sandwich are going to fall to proceed 5-3, 8 wins, 5 losses, and 3 ties. Brought in to the offensive zone for Bourne. Shot taken. Shemino makes the save. Get 3. The points kicked in circle by Carrera, who's got control in this one, and Carrera advancing it the other way. Carrera bumped a little bit off the puck by Scott Silva, and then thrown in to the crease, and Newbold will melt this one down. Won't get shut out. Scott Silva. Newbold, but he once played excellently here in this contest. Here. 2:38 remaining in the third period. Bourne up 8-2. Shot taken from the left point by Kevin Carrera after Sandwich up 1-2 in the face-off in the offensive zone. Take left. They'll barely to the end, but this one hunting down as this bone. Skidder just on through, passed out in front, and Newbold made sure that went wide. And now icing is called off Bourne. Face off, back down in the Bourne end. So, as it comes out and backhander just goes wide. And that one from Zach Brooks. Now swung out in front once more. Bourne looks to get this one out. As from that back behind, going for it is John Toro. Looks this now picking the corner. As the seconds tick off the clock, 1:50 left in the third, 8-2 to score by Bourne lead Sandwich. As the second player gets knocked out for Bourne and kept in at the point. This by Sandwich, popped along by Zach Brooks. And it comes back to Jack Perry will swing it around the boards. And it's reversed by Sandwich as they pin it in. They've found it in the zone for a while here. And now it's finally tapped out the center. And they giving it a chase. Was Andrew Ariaga, but it's sent the other way by Sandwich. And the Knights are changing. No. By and now Bourne and out to set. Skating ahead with this one. And first thing is, Bourne player, I don't have my roster, number 31. I apologize for that. I'm not sure who exactly that is, but it's past that front here. And got up to set by Sandwich with less than a minute to go in the third period. Again, we'll stick with you for the announcement of the MVP. Passing up to the neutral zone. Bourne gets the puck back out to the Sandwich end, but not very sent out there by Rob Carrillo. Bourne backhand up through the middle of the Bourne zone, and Sandwich looking to set up here. Interrupted at the point, and Sandwich's middle to retreat. Bourne floats back in by Carrillo. And trying to clear it. Sandwich knocks the puck down. Just looking back for one more goal here before the buzzer sounds. 10 seconds left, and you'll hear the Bourne fans take a lot more this here in a few seconds. We'll let Bourne carry it out. Let's make noise. Bourne wins 8-2. A blowout for Canal and over the Sandwich Knights in 2018 Canal Cup. The game was tied at 2 after the first period, and the Bourne raked off 6 straight goals. This what a night for Christian Mulkern with the hat trick. Max Hess with a goal, and he had a few assists. Joe Tress had 2 goals. Ethan Morse, Mike Benito also had a little stamp for Bourne. Sandwich got goals. Bourne, Kevin Carrero, and Robert Anderson. Which both on and Robert Anderson. As this one looked like it would be a more competitive game, as he said after the first period, but this Sandwich has turned it on and got after it in the final 2 periods, and this became a non-competitive game in the third period. And as the players line had at center ice to shake hands, and I'll take this second to plug my own Bricecast to let you know that I'll tell you what, Seahawks in the Eastern Hockey League coming up here after this one. I'm going to let scoot on over to Hyannis on the Cape and all that here. So I just want you to check that out on hockeytv.com and invite Bourne hockey and Sandwich players and coaches shaking hands at center ice, and which shake hands at right. And we'll wait here for the announcement of the MVP before signing off. Again, here the MVP sign. This was an exciting one at Gallo Arena, and what an atmosphere. And personally, as somebody who's announced hockey games for 5 or 6 years now, I've virtually never seen an atmosphere like this for them. It's wonderful to live in an area of the United States and where high school hockey is this big. Here are the announcements for MVP. They said number 18, Rob Anderson, but number 6, Rob Anderson goes up and opposes him. But that would have been confusing because 18 is Carrera. Anderson and Carrera both scored goals, so I'm glad that was more of a faux pas than Joe Hess is the MVP for Bourne. And so there you go. Joe Hess, the MVP for Bourne, and Robert Anderson, the MVP. Bourne Sandwich. So that'll do it here from Gallo Arena in Bourne, Massachusetts. Once again in the final 8-2 Bourne. So beats Sandwich. For listening, everybody. And hopefully we'll see you at the next Canal Cup 2019. And